guys, today we are going to be talking about genius tips from the Clean My Space cleaning channel. If you don't know them, they have over 2 million subscribers on YouTube. They have lots of great cleaning advice. They've been on YouTube for like 13 years, so they know what they're talking about. I've watched lots of their videos over the years. I love that channel, and I've picked out the 10 best tips from Melissa Maker, who runs the channel, and I'm gonna share them with you today, so let's get started. Okay, so her first tip is to assess your space. So essentially, when you're about to clean a room, you walk in and you look around and you say to yourself, what needs to be cleaned in here? And you kind of survey the entire room. What you're looking for, she says, is you're looking for anomalies. You know, you're looking for maybe like a particularly greasy stovetop in the kitchen, or you're looking for mold and mildew in the bathroom. And you're kind of taking a mental note in your mind to think like, what cleaning products will I need to tackle these specific items? What tools will I need? How long will it take me? It only takes a couple of minutes, she said, but it's a good idea. It's a good reminder to know that there may be something going on that you could have missed. And especially if you've got like mold or something that you want to treat, you want to go in and treat that first so that it can have time to just let the products work. She says just look up and down the room and formulate a plan in your head, and it only takes like 30 seconds. The next genius tip from Clean My Space, and I totally follow this one, I definitely learned it from this channel, is DIY cleaning products versus store-bought cleaning products. She says that in her house, they use 60% DIY cleaning products and materials that they make from their ingredients that they've got at home in their pantry, and then 40% store-bought materials. And she says it's okay to use a mix of both. Most of the time, DIY products work really well and you can clean your whole house with them. However, there are some instances where you do need store-bought things. I, in particular, often will get mold in my bathroom, and so I just know that I need bleach to kill that mold. It's not something I can make at home, so I do have to get a store-bought product for that. And you know, when I first started cleaning, I didn't even know that you could do DIY cleaning products, and I used to go out and buy cleaning products that were labeled for specific rooms and specific things. Now that I know, I make lots of my own recipes, and it's so much cheaper and easier to do. Okay, so next, I cannot talk about Clean My Space without talking about their 3-wave system. This is the system that they've developed and that they use it to teach their cleaning team, because they own a bunch of cleaning companies and a cleaning business, and they have to train lots of people on how to do the cleaning. So let me just break down the 3 waves for you. The first wave is all about organizing and tidying. And essentially with this step, you're gonna go through the room and you are gonna tidy up the space. You're gonna remove things that don't belong in there, like garbage or clothing or dishes, whatever doesn't belong in the space. You're going to remove that, and then you're going to tidy the space. Of course, we all know that a tidier, more organized space is easier to keep clean. So that's wave 1. And then wave 2 is all about the cleaning and disinfecting of the surfaces. So you're going to go through and you're going to go ahead and spray things down. She says that when you are cleaning, you don't have to remove everything from a surface. You can simply move it to one side, wipe, and then put it back. Basically, this wave is all about polishing, dusting, shining, and disinfecting. And then the final wave is floors and garbage. And of course, we all know that as you're cleaning, dirt and dust will drop to the floor. So you always want to do the floors last, and you can do the garbage as last as well, because that is usually sitting on the floor, and that will be your final wave in their 3-wave cleaning process. Okay, so another hallmark and genius tip from the Clean My Space channel is the S pattern. This is the pattern that you use when you clean things. And so the idea with the S pattern is you, instead of going in circles to clean, like you often see people doing, she says you kind of go in like an S or zigzag pattern. This way, you are wiping the entire surface, but you're not wiping something clean and then going over it in a circle and re-dirtying it. So you're just going over it. And the way this S pattern works is you start in the top right-hand corner and you work your way from top to bottom. And the idea here is that you get it all in one go, it's faster, and it doesn't leave streaks. Okay, moving along, and this is something that is very important, and a lot of YouTubers talk about it, and I know that Melissa Maker also talks about this often. It is called dwell time. I have mentioned it on my channel before as well, because I have to say, when I first started cleaning, I did not know about dwell time, and I would just spray a product and then quickly wipe it, and it didn't work, and I was highly confused. then I would have to like scrub it and use even more of the product than necessary, and I just didn't know why. Her tip is to read the label on how you use every product, and that will tell you how much dwell time the product needs. In some cases, it may need up to 10 minutes of just sitting there. So the trick is you spray it, and you spray it liberally, you give it that dwell time. You need the product to penetrate through the dirt and the grime, and in some cases, if it's a disinfectant, those at least take 5 or 10 minutes to work. So if you want to disinfect your toilet, for example, you do need to let it sit there for some time before it actually does the disinfecting, because it's not instant. And trust me, this will save you so much time and energy, because once you've let it sit for a while and it's worked, all you have to do is wipe it away and make sure there's no residue. Okay, another great tip from the channel is the eye level test. And this is something that I never would have even thought to do. She said that one time after she had cleaned a woman's kitchen, the woman called her back and said, "My kitchen counter is still dirty." And Melissa said, "I cleaned that counter myself. I know it wasn't dirty." Well, the woman said that she got down to her counter on eye level and saw little crumbs underneath her toaster. And that was something that just never really occurred to the Clean My Space team, because they're not really getting down on eye level, and probably you're not either. You know, when I clean, I'm looking down at surfaces from above and I'm cleaning them, but I'm never really going down on eye level and looking to make sure that I've gotten everything. When you get down on eye level, you will see things that you miss when you're looking at it from straight above. So do the eye level test, and that will really make sure that you've gotten everything you need to get. Crouching down really gives you a good picture of what is actually dirty. Okay, so the next tip is all about microfiber towels. The Clean My Space team, they actually sell their own microfiber towels. I love microfiber towels. I have been using them for many, many years now. They have completely replaced paper towels. I no longer use paper towels for cleaning unless I'm cleaning something that's particularly dirty. Like, I usually will use like half of a paper towel to clean my toilet, but I mostly use now microfiber because I think it is so much better for the environment. The thing that's great about microfiber towels is you can wash them, reuse them. They don't even require product to work. In some cases, they work just with water. They do have microplastics in them, so don't go too crazy and get a ton of them. You only need a few for your home. Okay, so the next tip is about masking the odor versus killing it at the source. So it's kind of, she says it's the difference between wearing deodorant to kind of cover up any smells that there might be versus taking a shower and killing the odor at the source. This is what a lot of people do when they purchase air freshener and they sell air freshener, and your house doesn't smell the cleanest, so you just spray the air freshener around. Melissa says that most of the time, the reason why something smells is there's an odor at a source of somewhere, and it's typically on soft surfaces. If you notice an odor in your home, don't just spray air freshener or light a candle. What you want to do is you want to identify the source of that odor, and as soon as you remove the odor, your house will smell fresh again. The soft surfaces could be things like carpets, couches, pillows, clothing. Those are the things that kind of hold on to that smell. So a good tip to keep in mind, if you do have an odor in your home and you're trying to find it, you really want to identify the source to get rid of it. Okay, another tip from the Clean My Space channel is a great tip, and one that I follow out all the time, and it is to not over clean. Sometimes when you're cleaning, you think to yourself, I've got to clean everything in this room, and I've got to clean every last bit of it. I don't do that, and the Clean My Space channel also does not recommend to do this. If you are generally keeping up with your home and you're maintaining it well, you do not have to clean every little thing at every time. You simply have to clean what is dirty and what looks dirty to you. And really, you just want to focus on the most important areas, the jobs that actually need to get done. Okay, another tip from Clean My Space is to start with the least harshest cleaner first. If you're going in and you're cleaning your bathroom or your kitchen, sometimes, you just get lazy and you just reach for whatever cleaning products you see and whatever you have. Don't do that. Start with the least harshest product first. It will make so much difference. Melissa says that our homes are not nearly as dirty as we think, and I totally believe that. It's not like you have 100 people, like a public restroom, coming in and using your home, using your bathroom. So it's true. It doesn't get as dirty as you think, and you don't need as strong or as harsh of a cleaner as you think. One of the ways I love to do this is I'll just clean my sink with baking soda and liquid hand soap. So I just sprinkle the baking soda right into the sink. I put some liquid hand soap on a wet sponge, and I scrub it up and rinse it out. It works so well. It works on all different kinds of kitchen sinks. If you have the kind of sink that I have, or if you have a stainless steel sink, you do not need a harsh cleaner. You do not need to use bleach. You can simply use this baking soda and soap, and it works, and it disinfects. It gets rid of the grease. It's abrasive. I mean, I could go on and on. It is a great cleaner. And if you do want to disinfect when you're done because you feel like you maybe had something particularly dirty in there, what I do, I simply spray some hydrogen peroxide right into the sink and I let it sit for 10 minutes, and that immediately disinfects the whole thing. And you can do that with your toilets. You could do this on all kinds of surfaces. After you've cleaned, go ahead and disinfect, and it will be perfectly clean, and you don't need to use those harsh cleaners. If, however, you have cleaned and you've noticed that it is still dirty, then you can bring out the harsh cleaners, but her tip is to not bring out the harsh cleaners straight away. Well, thank you so much for watching. Those are the tips from the Clean My Space channel. I thought that those 10 tips were particularly genius and particularly useful, so I wanted to share them with you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and link a playlist, so click on this video and I will see you over there, and thank you so much for watching.